Hey there, and welcome to today's daily premium newsletter for May 8th. So today marks the third day of red candles as we saw another violent drop midday, with today's drop totaling 3.9%. This slowly recovered, leaving us down only 1.8% for the day, so this tells us that the drops are getting smaller and the total losses are getting lower, even if the short term we're still in a downtrend. The big story today was the hearing of the Subcommittee on Oversight and the Subcommittee on Research and Technology, who discussed blockchain applications with witnesses from both the public and private sectors. Today's Leveraging Blockchain Technology to Improve Supply Chain Management and Combat Counterfeit Goods hearing is the second such event hosted in Congress this year by the Subcommittee on Research and Technology. The hearing was largely educational in nature, but such conversations can have an important impact on the work being done by U.S. agencies shaping blockchain legislature. In other news, Reddit announced that it will accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin payments for its Reddit Gold program, which allows users to have access to premium features. While it's not the most revolutionary thing, every little bit helps for pushing the ball along for mainstream adoption. Meanwhile, we learned yesterday that the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange has been working on an online trading platform that will allow large investors to buy and hold Bitcoin. They've had conversations with other financial institutions about setting up a new operation through which banks can buy a contract, known as a swap, that will end with the customer owning Bitcoin at the end of the day, combined with the backing and security of the exchange. The swap contract is more complicated than an immediate trade of dollars for Bitcoin, even if the end result is still ownership of a certain amount of Bitcoin. But a swap contract allows the trading to come under the regulation of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or the CFTC, and to operate cleanly under existing laws, something that today's Bitcoin exchanges have struggled to do. So clearly today there was some good strides made towards mainstream adoption and recognition, and while the market might not represent it, it was an important day for blockchain. So for his thoughts on the market, I'll turn it over to Doc. Have a great rest of your day.
Good evening, it's Doc for ReadySetCrypto. We're going to go take a look at Bitcoin here on the log scale. And once again, we are seeing consolidation. So really no change from yesterday. Across the top 10, we're seeing pretty much the same signs right now. We're building up to a large amount of energy, which is good. This is going to break one way or the other fairly soon. I don't really feel like setting up any swing trades just yet because it appears that the market needs a little bit of consolidation. So at this time, we want to be patient, let things set up. And we're starting to see some nice little bounces here with some coins, but across the board, we're seeing pretty much this need for consolidation after a fairly strong 3 weeks. So I got a question that came in from a customer that said, hey, how can I find Payfair? Well, if we go up to Payfair here, which is PFR, and start to search for this under cryptocurrency in TradingView, it's not there to be found. So we know that Payfair exists, so how can we chart Payfair and understand what its pricing structure is? Well, for that, what we need to do is to go over to coinmarketcap.com. And under coinmarketcap.com or any other similar site like this, we are going to start to type in PFR, and there is our desired crypto, Payfair. So we're going to search on this, and what we want to take a look at. Now, first of all, there are some charts that are out there for this. They're a little bit crude, so we can see like year to date is pretty much, we've been around since, since before the year started, starting to see a little bit of a rally here. So we're going in between, 12, 24 cents, things like that. And this might be enough just to get a general sense for what's going on in the price. Right now we can see also this one's been around since December. We had the initial spike here, most likely when this was listed on some exchanges, and then we've come back down again and starting to build the base and rallying with the rest of the altcoins. But this isn't really good enough. We want something better than this. So what we can do is we can go over here to markets. If we select the markets tab, and we can see that there's actually a couple of different brokers that service this. And what we can do is we can just simply click on the pair. And this is going to get us to Fork Delta. And Fork Delta is going to come up here as a choice. So we can see kind of the depth of market for Payfair. And we can also see the price here, which is apparently on a very short-term chart. And I don't know how to set this chart, so this looks to be fairly crude. Let's go back to coinmarketcap.com. So sometimes it helps to look at different exchanges here. So let's go down to DDX. So this is PFR Ethereum. So this is a different pair. So this is not against the US dollar. And right off the bat, you can see that it's got this trading view API. And we can look and see the 1 day chart. So a daily chart, not a whole lot of price information here on this exchange. So you can see that this has only been listed recently. So not a whole lot of information out here. You can figure out what the pricing is based on Ethereum as the base currency for this. A little bit of volume showing up. Okay, so that's one way we could do it. And just for grins, I'm going to click on the IDEX selection here and see if we can bring up a third alternative to be able to chart this. And so here we go. We have kind of the same thing. Once again, a trading view. It is the 800-pound gorilla in the space of charting for crypto. And we can see that we have the same. Here's Payfair, IDX, and we have the same type of data. And again, this is the PFR against Ethereum as the base currency. Another API through TradingView, just a slightly different view depending on what we're looking for here. So the point here is that even though you may not be an IDEX customer, you can still get to a chart of this coin. And then you can go back here and determine, well, based on the volume, based on what's going on here, probably if the volume on 24 hours is 0, we probably don't want to go through IDEX. We probably would be better going off through Fork Delta for this. So even though the chart may be not up to par with the TradingView API on DDX or IDEX, certainly we'd want to be trading on Ether Delta. Okay guys, hope that helps. Have a great evening. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.